My first stop in wonderful Copenhagen is an area to the east of the city. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name, but it's got these fantastic windmills all around me that generate up to 40% of the electricity for the entire country. They've closed down one of the windmills and they're going to let me climb up it. Because the land is so flat here, apparently the only way to get a good view of the city is climbing up one of these. Okay, time to suit up. I'm presuming wonderful Copenhagen are going to give me this to take home. I feel like a proper workman now. Nice! Okay, so I've done 5 ladders so far, and each time I go up it's getting thinner and darker and scarier. I don't know what it is. Every country I go to, I'm going up to these crazy heights. So I've decided every destination that I go to, I need to go up to higher and higher places. This one is definitely the craziest incentive activity that I think a group can do. I'm up at the very top of the windmill now and I'm actually terrified. I can't even think what I'm supposed to say up here. I do know that from here you can see the bridge that takes you over to Sweden, and it's shaking. The bridge takes you over to Sweden, so it's one destination, 2 countries, so you can take groups to see the 2 different cities. And there's also fortresses you can take groups on for the day. Views are incredible, totally eco-friendly. I love it, but I want to get back down.
After jumping in at the deep end with an activity, I headed back down to earth to the Royal Cafe for a relaxing lunch of smushies, a modern twist on the Danish open sandwich. Steen Jacobsen from our hosts Wonderful Copenhagen joined me for a chat about what else this incredible city has to offer.
I think during the past 10 years, the past decade, an enormous amount of things have happened in Copenhagen. The city has really put a strategy behind developing the city. We've seen a tremendous development in the number of new hotels, grown by 70% in the last 10 years, 2 new conference centers, so we now have a total of 3 new venues. The infrastructure has improved immensely. The airport has undergone developments upon development. We got a new opera house, a new playhouse. So many things has happened in Copenhagen. So it's definitely not the Copenhagen you see today. It's not the same Copenhagen you saw if you were here 10 years ago.
Being green is also something that Denmark is well known for, and Copenhagen really excels in offering green meetings and events and green incentive programs. Tell me a little bit about what you offer.
I think being green is in our genes as Danes. We used to ride our bicycles. We are brought up doing waste management. We drink tap water from when we're very small. We use public transportation. So it's very much in our genes to behave in a green and sustainable way. And we've taken all that and also implemented in the way that that meetings can be organized here in Copenhagen. And we have a long-term vision to be the capital of sustainable meetings. I think we're well on our way. COP15, the climate summit in 2009, really gave a tremendous development in that area. And one of the things that we did was that we, together with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and a number of other stakeholders in Copenhagen, did a huge effort to see how can the climate summit becomes the most sustainable large political meeting ever. And I think we succeeded quite well in that. All the experience that we gathered on that journey, we put together in what's called the Copenhagen Sustainable Meetings Protocol, which now acts as a sort of strategic guide on how to plan meetings in a sustainable way.
Something that Copenhagen really offers, that whole Danish design, is something that I love whenever I come to this city, and I think it's something that's very unique.
I think design is in our genes. You see design everywhere in furniture and kitchen, household things and buildings and so on. We're here at the porcelain factory. The Danish porcelain is also design in its own right. You can come here, you can paint porcelain.
Well, I'm so excited to get the next couple of days here in the city, so
good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, good to have you here.
And really looking forward to having a look around.
Great,
thanks. I just finished my lunch of smushies in the Royal Cafe next door. Now I'm going to go into the Royal Copenhagen. This is a place where they used to make pottery for the royal family. You can still come with groups to learn how to paint the pottery, but first of all I'm going to meet Susan, and she's going to show me a bit around the place.
Good afternoon. Good
nice
afternoon.
to meet you, Susan.
Nice to meet you too, Aoife.
How are you?
Fine, thank you. And welcome to Royal Copenhagen.
Thank you. Thanks for showing me around.
Yes, you're more than welcome.
So this place is old.
It is one of the oldest buildings in Copenhagen. Wow. It's from 1616.
My God, it doesn't feel like it at all.
No. And we have little bells and cups and collectibles. Every year, you know, people are collecting new ones.
I love Danish design.
Yeah.
There's so many different styles
it
that you
is.
can get.
Royal Copenhagen is at the very heart of Danish history. They are famous for their use of blue paint on white porcelain, the most famous pattern being the blue fluted. This is always hand-painted and signed by each individual artist.
It takes 1,197 strokes to make a plate like this.
Really?
Yeah. So isn't that amazing?
So intricate. Oh, that's gorgeous.
So you see, that is an enlargement of the old pattern. And that was a young designer that had to do an art project for school. She was just in her 20s. And she enlarged the old pattern to make it big and called it mega mussel.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it wonderful?
There are so many intricate and detailed pieces here. It's absolutely beautiful.
So should we go up and see the other things? Yes.
But my next task was to attempt the blue fluted pattern painting for myself. A great activity for delegates too.
I will show you. You mix the cobalt. It's a special powder, the cobalt. And it's just with water. So as you know, the Royal Copenhagen manufactory is from 1775. And it all started with a chemist. His name was Heinrich Müller, who experimented with the porcelain.
A chemist?
Yes.
Okay.
He was a Dane. He started the company and hired 3 painters from Germany, from Meissen, who was the first company who made the blue and white. It was so popular at that time.
So they weren't just making it for the royal family, they were making it...
Yes, they made it then for the royal family.
Okay.
But they had financial, trouble, so the royalty bought the company. But everything is done by hand. And as I said, 1,197 strokes to a plate like this.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Such an amount of work.
It is. But would you like to try?
Yes, I would love to try. Is that okay?
Of course.
Yay.
I was starting on this one, so maybe you can continue down here.
Oh yeah, okay.
To make a little bow.
Do you trust me?
Oh, of course I do.
So it's quite cool to try this out and see actually how difficult it is to make such beautiful pottery. I'm going to work away on my brush strokes here for a while before we move on to the next activity. Okay, so Sixt have given me a rental car for the couple of days that I'm in Copenhagen. It's the first company to provide electric rental cars, which is quite cool, and in keeping with that green Copenhagen theme that they're all about. Also quite cool because if you drive one of these electric cars, you can park for free in the city and you can recharge it for free in the city. So all very cool. It's taken me to the next incentive that I'm going to be trying, and this activity apparently is a very typical activity for people to do. I'm not so sure, because I've arrived and all I can see are these crazy jumps and things behind me that apparently we're going to be riding BMXs over. But I'll give it a go. Hi.
Hello.
Aoife, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
That's pretty
too.
impressive.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give this a go.
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Good, okay, thanks. You're going to kit me up with a bike and a helmet.
Sure.
I think I need it.
Perfect.
Perfect. This feels good now.
A lot better now.
Yeah.
Good to go.
So, Klaus, what do I need to know before I give this a go for my first time?
The most important things about the BMX is that you need to stand up all the time because you have a very small bike and you have jumps around the track.
Okay.
Also in the corners, make sure that you're standing up and your pedals are like this, like straight.
Okay.
Like this, not like...
On all the jumps?
Yeah,
okay.
on all the jumps and in the corners.
Gotcha.
That's probably the most important.
Okay.
And don't forget where the brake are.
The most important thing. Okay, I think I got it.
Good.
Gonna give it a go.
Just do like this.
And don't sit down at any stage. Ah! Ah! Oh my God, I hate this! Ah! Oh my God, crap! straight. Pedal. Nice.
After a slightly rocky and squealy start, I was soon racing around the track and almost enjoying myself, although I couldn't quite manage to do it quietly.
Ah! Oh my god!
And having seen Klaus jumping off on those jumps, I had my eye on the prize.
Okay, I'm ready for the big jump. I've been practicing for a whole hour and I'm ready to go down this. Okay, that was absolutely exhausting and probably one of the most terrifying things I've ever done, but I knew that I'd crack it in the end.
That was me, honest it was. After all that fun on two wheels, I headed back to the hotel to collect my next mode of green transport. This one a little more stable.
I'm off to go swimming in the docks now, but to get there they've organised some slightly quirky transportation. I'm going to hear a little bit more about it. Hi, nice to meet you, Aoife.
My name is Nikolai.
Nice to meet you, Nikolai.
How are you?
You're going to give me a lend of this uber cool car. I want to get in this.
Have a sit.
Yes.
It's very spacious. Wow. It's the brand is called the Garia.
Okay.
And it's all Danish.
Well, you can tell with the design. This is
it's Danish design.
Yeah.
It's the young designer called Anders Lunge, Danish, and we are worldwide. And we are very excited. We started with the golf car, and now we are street legal.
So this vehicle can drive on roads with regular cars. You
Yes.
can go from your house to the golf course or your hotel to the golf course in one of these.
Exactly. And
Perfect.
they got plates on it. From the golf cart to the street legal one, we have side mirrors, we have seat belts, of course. So,
Another benefit to have one of these.
Here's the key.
Thank you.
Remember the seat belt?
Oh yeah, can't forget that. It's kind of important.
Yeah, for sure.
Slightly nerves me that this can drive on regular roads, but sure, let's see.
Yeah. Go have fun.
I'm going to stick it up onto 25.
That's what I'm saying.
Cool.
Good luck.
See you soon.
See you.
Bye. Okay, so I've dropped my electric car off and I'm arrived at the harbour baths where I am going to get into the water. I've got my towel. It is really, really cold, but they've assured me that the water's warm. I really don't know if I trust them. I'm going to try. This is not anyway warm as Copenhagen promise. Woo! But it's really cool and there's no way I could have come to Copenhagen and not jumped in. But my god, this will wake your delicate up. The whole thing about Copenhagen is that the water is just so clean. Clean enough to swim in. This is basically harbour water. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you, it is really cold. But I'm pretty impressed with the anatomy. Jumping from literally right up there, 5 meters, felt like an hour.
The water was truly clean, unbelievable for a city harbour. Luckily, the city also had plenty of quality hotels on hand, like the Crown Plaza Copenhagen Towers, where I headed to warm up and dry off.
So Alan, thank you so much for the use of this hotel after us jumping in the water.
You're very
we needed
welcome.
to freshen up a little bit.
You did.
Yeah.
So, Copenhagen, we're having a great time here and seeing some fantastic properties, the Crown Plaza being one of them. And I'd love to hear a little bit more about it from someone like you, the CEO. You know it all.
Indeed.
Let's start with sustainability, because that's something that Copenhagen is so well known for.
Yeah.
And you guys in particular have some really unique aspects of the hotel that showcase that.
We do. Essentially on the surface, when you use this hotel, what you see is a fully normal international 4-star Crown Plaza with high level of service delivery, high level of comfort, air conditioning, etc. But what you can say is that you can use this property and you will have your environmental consciousness in order, because we take care of these things. And today, for businesses, it's becoming increasingly important that you take sustainable choices when you buy, and also when you buy meeting product. In fact, in some countries, I think in yours, businesses now have to actually report on their carbon footprint. And we make it easy for them because we can account for it and we can deliver the figures. And for the building, the carbon footprint is zero. This is a zero emission property.
Impressive. I like some of the things that you offer here for people as well, such as the fitness center. You have a bike there, and you can ride on the bike for 15 minutes and get a voucher in the restaurant. So it's promoting healthiness as well.
It is. The bike, you could say, is a promotional gimmick, actually, because the amount of energy you produce is negligible. Really, you have to work very hard just to keep a little fan running. What we wanted to do with this promotion was actually to show people how much energy you waste by not turning your appliances off. Because everybody can relate to a little fan on the desk. You think, well, the amount of energy consumes very little. It's a little engine just driving a little fan. But once you then sit on the bike and you really have to sweat to make it turn, then I think most people realize, hang on a minute, there's a lot of energy involved in generating energy.
You also have another great thing that all of your products, which we got to try out when we were having our showers, are all biodegradable. You can stick them in the soil and within 3 months.
And what we do is we think sustainability as a holistic matter. We try and think the full circle around, even down to bottom line. And one of the products that we found in this quest were differentiating us from other environmentally friendly hotel products. Typically in a hotel room, you take the little bottles out and you put a dispenser on the wall, because that's environmentally friendly and you save the PVC bottles. We decided we wanted to find a bottle that wasn't PVC. And we found this little thing, which I brought with me here, which is a bottle that looks like PVC.
I thought that when I picked it up in the hotel room.
It looks exactly like it. It's flexible, you can squeeze it, you can take the lid off. But essentially, the bottle is made out of starch with a bit of glue. And you can, if you leave it out in the nature, in about 3 months' time, it will degrade itself and just disappear with no visible impact on the environment.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and it's nice for hotels. It does look nicer as well than a dispenser in a room. So
we thought so.
Yeah, I agree.
and the whole idea about this hotel was that we wanted to deliver innovative, sustainable solutions without compromising the guest experience. So I think you could eat this one. I don't think it tastes all that well, but
it wouldn't kill you.
I don't think it will kill you immediately, at least.
Well, it feels lovely in my hair.
Oh, that's good to hear. Good to hear that the actual product also works.
Thumbs up for it. Thank you so much.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes, you too. Thank you, and thanks again for letting us use the hotel.
You're more than welcome. Next time you take a bath in the sea, you can come back.
Absolutely.
After a well-earned, relaxing dinner in one of Copenhagen's many great restaurants, my last stop was at one of the city's most famous landmarks.
Fabulous first day here in Copenhagen. I've done everything from climbing 500 meters high in a windmill, had lunch in the Royal Cafe, BMX biking, great dinner, and they're finishing off my first day in the famous Tivoli Gardens. I'm going to walk around now and experience what there is here.
As the sun set, this park was beautiful and calm, despite the fact that it is home to the aquarium, a fun fair, and a concert venue. But don't just take my word for it. Even Pierce Brosnan was having a wander around while I was there. What a great end to a fun-packed day. I couldn't wait for day 2's adventures to begin.
I've just finished a really yummy breakfast here at the Bella Sky Hotel, who are hosting us while we're here in Copenhagen. I'm now going to go upstairs to the Sky Bar and meet the Director of Sales, Morten, who's going to tell me a bit more about the hotel in the background since it opened up here last month.
We have today a full house.
Great.
And yesterday and tomorrow as well.
And you've been hosting us here as well. So I've had some really nice nights sleep.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear that.
So we're starting off in the Sky Bar here. Tell me a bit about
Yeah, we are actually located in the Sky Bar here, which is the top restaurant and cocktail bar and whatever you want to turn it into. It's placed on the 23rd floor in Tower 2. It's both for the public and for obviously for the hotel guests. And it's a restaurant and it's a cocktail bar and whatever you want to use it for, and whenever actually, because it's from midday until 2 o'clock in the night.
I had enjoyed my breakfast up here this morning.
Excellent. I hope you enjoyed it.
One of the things that I've noticed as well about the hotel is the design.
That's right.
Unique. You've obviously put a lot of effort and time and money into choosing nice pieces to showcase.
The thing is with this hotel, it's not only the largest hotel in Scandinavia, it's also a designer hotel. And once you combine large and design, it's an oddity. You rarely see that combination. But in these parts of the world, you wouldn't combine large hotels, not even at a congress venue, combine it with design. And that's what we actually have done here. So a lot of time and effort and money has been spent, and the result is very strong. I mean, we don't have any two meeting rooms alike, so they will differ in size, in color, in type of furniture, in style.
Really put a lot of thought into all these nice little extras that, again, like you say, are normally in boutique hotels.
Yes.
But you're offering those extras in a really large.
And the whole
venue.
reason for that is that first and foremost, we are a congress hotel. We are, connected physically to the Bella Center venue, and we are owned and run by the Bella Center and hired and staffed by the Bella Center.
The rooms, you have a women's only floor.
That's right.
In this hotel, very unusual.
Yeah. Actually, it started out with our CEO getting the idea of doing a few rooms for women only, and then it sort of grew, and it just like a mushroom, just grew and grew and grew.
Until it's an entire
So now it's
floor.
an entire floor called the Belladonna floor. Actually, so it's 20 rooms on the 17th floor in this building, and it's quite unique because it's not only female only, and it's secured, so you need a special card to even access the gangway.
Yeah.
You have the extra thick towels, you have the robe, you have the skin products from Redken, you have the large hairdryer, you have
all the extra goodies that a woman needs. Well, thank you so much, and this hotel is beautiful. I've had 2 really good nights sleep already, and I'm really looking forward to tonight as well, so thank you for hosting us here as well.
Thank you very much for coming.
Right next door to the Bella Hotel is the Bella Centre, a large and flexible conference centre that is just 5 minutes from the airport or 10 minutes from the city centre. Morten introduced me to the Congress and Events Director, Lene Mortensen, so that I could find out a little more about their traditional and unusual activities.
Please meet Lene, our Director of Congress.
Welcome. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Lena. So we're going to see some of the conference space now.
Yeah, that's right. Now we're entering the conference hall, and that's actually a multi-purpose hall where we've been hosting a wide range of events. The COP15 had their plenary here, the IOC for the Olympics, MtW music, yes, and a large range of medical congresses, IT, Microsoft, SAP, Oracle. They've all been here, so that's been fantastic. The capacity is 4,300, and you can open it up. So actually, what we see now is only a part of it. And you can also raise the ceiling, so it goes up to 9 meters ceiling. So it's definitely a very flexible hall.
Fantastic.
For multi-purposes.
And I spotted this fruit cart, and I love this idea.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Tell me what you do. Do you do this for every conference?
In principle, yes. Yeah. We serve fruit, and we serve organic food. So in that respect, we've been working very much on the sustainable part.
Part of staying sustainable and healthy.
And healthy,
so it's a nice
also,
treat
yes.
for delegates to have.
And what
we
see in the background maybe is also our water tap station, so we don't serve bottled water.
That this gentleman's using behind us.
Exactly. So that's also part of our program, that we serve fresh water.
It's nice to see all this in action. Yeah. I'm going to take one of these apples as we're walking along.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Can I invite you for a fresh cup of water here?
Yes, please. I'm so thirsty.
Yeah. So here you are.
Great idea.
Yes, absolutely. So we have these water tap stations throughout the venue.
Thank you very much.
But what I'd like to do now is I'd like to invite you onto the roof of this building, where we have a special sustainable project. You will meet Oliver, and he will tell you much more about the project. So please.
Yes, please, let's go. Thank you. Hi, Oliver.
Hi, hello.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Thank you for letting me come up and take a look at this project.
You're very welcome.
Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we're called Bee, that means city bee in Danish, and what we do is we're bringing millions of bees to the city and working together with social projects and businesses to make sure the city buzzes with life. You can see here we've got 2 of our beekeepers. We work with formerly homeless people who can come and learn about beekeeping and contribute to the city's blossoming, and businesses like the Bella Centre to make sure that the bees have a really, really smart address and a really good view and plenty of flowers to suck on.
It's a great idea. It's a great project. And what do you do with the honey that you're making here? Where does it go?
Well, the idea is that the hotel gets involved as a social responsibility project, so they're contributing concretely not just to the environment but also to the social problems that are in every city of this size. And then what they can do is they can buy the honey back as a socially responsible product that they can have on their breakfast tables in their buffet or use for different kinds of events. Should we suit up and have a look? Yeah, should we give it a go?
Thank you.
You have this
I really wanted to wear one of these.
fashionable camouflage suit. It's what all the cool kids are wearing in Copenhagen.
I'm going to have to take one of these back to Dublin. These babies would look
Be careful.
pretty cool.
Hello.
Hello, bird.
Hello.
Wow.
You take maybe one of these.
It was amazing to be so close to the bees, even if it was a little bit scary. Such a unique CSR concept, and amazing to find it on the roof of a convention centre.
Let's take this over and we'll see if you can taste it.
Thank you. This is
There
really
we go.
cool.
Just dip your finger in. Don't mind the bees. Press.
Oh my
and taste
God.
it.
It's amazing. It really is the best honey that I've ever tasted.
Completely fresh.
You get this every morning. Oh, it's delicious.
Hopefully, it is fantastic, and that's just fresh from the hive. It's warm and delicious, and that is basically Copenhagen springtime on the end of your finger.
Oh, can I take that back to Dublin? That entire frame?
You can try.
So, the bee project is just one of the areas of sustainability that the Bella Centre work on.
Yeah, that's true. We motivate the staff by our little friend.
I was doing where this monkey comes
yes,
in.
a monkey, and we have a proverb in Denmark saying, "You've got the monkey," which means you've got the responsibility.
Okay.
So it's to make each member of staff think, what can I do today to behave green and
they're responsible.
Exactly. Yeah. So you will have a new friend now.
Yes.
So I'll
Thank
give
you very much.
Mr. Green. Your new
Now I
friend
have the
from
responsibility as well. Excellent.
Yeah.
For my last night in Copenhagen, we were having dinner with a twist. The wealth of dining options here strengthens the city's gastronomy. Copenhagen offers you high-quality restaurants and accommodates all price ranges, tastes, and cuisines. To get a sense of that, we were having a 3-course dinner in 3 different locations, and we're cruising from A to B by boat. A great opportunity to take in some famous sights, like the Little Mermaid, and other surprises that the harbour had to bring to the surface. So, second night here in Copenhagen, we're at a restaurant called Tivoli. Quite cool, there's a chef in here who used to have a Michelin star. Now he's opened up this new restaurant with totally organic and sustainable produce. He does things like reuses the heat from the ovens, the floors and all the materials that the building has been built with are completely sustainable. It seats 600 inside, 200 outside. I'm getting really hungry for my starters, so I want to go in and try out this amazing food. Okay, so we're at the second stop for course number 2, main course. It's in the Opera House, I think. I'm really excited to see what it's like in here.
Thank you very much for coming, for carving out your precious time and spending some time with us here in Copenhagen.
Okay, so just to give a bit of context to the crazy glasses that I'm wearing, it's all part of an event that Wonderful Copenhagen are running here in the city called the Mind event. It's for meeting delegates from all over the world. There's about 80 of them here now, which you can see all around me. So I've joined them for the main course, which is in the Royal Opera House. I'm going to try out their food here. Cheers, Gracie. Cheers. Here's the mermaid. Look at this door. Look at this door. So this is a beer that Carlsberg have developed specifically for women. It's called Copenhagen. If this is for girls, I think I'm going to like it. And if the mermaid won it up from the bottom of the ocean, I think I have to try it. So I should have expected that it would come in such a cool design bottle, seeing as Copenhagen is all about design. So of course they've got to have a fancy beer. Gonna give it a go. So it's actually quite nice, and I don't normally like beer. It's much lighter. It's a good women's beer. Gets my thumbs up. So sadly, I've come to the end of my Copenhagen journey. This is a fabulous city. It just has absolutely everything. Bikes, fresh honey, windmills, the best conference centres, the best hotels, amazing food. I really couldn't have enjoyed myself more. But what better way to finish it off than on the deck with a cocktail, a Copenhagen cocktail, with my blogger friend Gracie. Yes. Cheersing our last journey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To Copenhagen.
To Copenhagen.